Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Langston, a medical professional with over 25 years of experience in public health and preventive medicine. Throughout my career, I've seen many worrying health trends, but today, I want to talk about a particularly serious problem that millions of us are unwittingly facing every day. The common cooking oil you use in your kitchen may be silently destroying your liver. Let's start by looking at the facts. The liver is one of the most important organs in the body. It acts as a filter, processing everything from food, medications, to toxins that the body is exposed to. A healthy liver helps us digest fats, metabolize nutrients, and remove dangerous waste products. But when the liver is damaged, the entire body suffers, from fatigue to abnormal weight gain to serious conditions like fatty liver, hepatitis, and even cirrhosis. So why do I say that conventional cooking oils could be the culprit? Let's find out. Most common cooking oils on the market, such as canola, soybean, or corn, are produced through industrial refining. These oils are often high in omega-6 fatty acids, especially linoleic acid. Omega-6 is not bad. Our bodies need it. But the problem is that when the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 is too high, as it is in the modern diet, it causes chronic inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is the liver's #1 enemy. Think about it. Every time you fry food with these oils, you are not only consuming a lot of omega-6, but also creating toxic compounds like aldehydes and trans fats due to the high heat. These substances accumulate in the body, especially in the liver, where they cause oxidative stress, damage liver cells, and promote inflammation. Over time, this can lead to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a disease that is on the rise globally, even in people who don't drink alcohol. I remember a patient of mine, a healthy 45-year-old woman who didn't smoke or drink, who was diagnosed with fatty liver disease. She was shocked because she thought she lived a healthy life. After looking closely at her eating habits, I discovered that she regularly used canola oil for cooking, especially for frying at high temperatures. She had no idea that this seemingly harmless habit was putting a lot of pressure on her liver. This was not an isolated case. I have seen this repeated in many patients throughout my career. Now you may be asking yourself, "But doctor, I have been using these oils all my life and I feel fine." This is the most dangerous thing about liver diseases. They often have no obvious symptoms in the early stages. You may feel fine, but inside, your liver is working overtime to deal with the accumulated damage. By the time you notice signs like persistent fatigue, jaundice, or pain in the liver area, the problem is already serious. Let me share a remarkable study from the University of California, published in the journal Hepatology. This study found that diets high in omega-6 fatty acids from refined vegetable oils were directly linked to an increased risk of fatty liver and chronic hepatitis. Another study from Europe found that people who regularly fried foods in refined vegetable oils had a 30% higher risk of liver disease than those who used healthier fats, like extra virgin olive oil. So what can we do? First, take a look at the oils you use in your kitchen. Not all oils are bad, but you need to choose the right ones. Extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil are better options because they are stable at high temperatures and have a more balanced fatty acid ratio. Extra virgin olive oil, for example, is high in antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation and protect the liver. However, make sure you buy extra virgin and use it at moderate temperatures, as even olive oil can lose its benefits if overheated. Second, cut back on frying. I know it's tempting to fry, but you can substitute steaming, baking, or sautéing with minimal oil. If you must fry, Use an oil with a high smoke point, like avocado oil, and don't reuse oil that's been used for frying multiple times, as older oil is more toxic. Third, incorporate liver-supporting foods into your diet. Leafy greens, beets, and walnuts are rich in antioxidants, which help the liver detoxify. Staying hydrated and adding foods rich in omega-3s, like salmon or chia seeds, can also help rebalance your fatty acid ratio. I often tell my patients to try drinking green tea or warm lemon water in the morning. These small habits can have big benefits for the liver. Lastly, listen to your body. If you're feeling unexplained fatigue, have indigestion, or have any other unusual symptoms, don't hesitate to get a liver function test. A simple blood test can tell you how your liver is doing. At Johns Hopkins, we often stress the importance of early detection, as liver disease, if treated promptly, can be controlled or even reversed. I want to end with a reminder. Your liver health is in your hands. Small changes in your cooking habits and cooking oil choices can make a big difference. Don't let seemingly harmless habits silently steal your health. Take action today. Your liver deserves better care. Thank you for listening, and I hope this information helps you live a healthier life every day.